Hi everyone, welcome back to another Vane weekly update. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. These videos have been doing incredibly well and I appreciate every one of you who watches, comments and supports the channel. This week has been busy, and I mean extremely busy. The devs have been deep into a massive Unreal Engine upgrade. Several gameplay systems have been refined, bugs have been squashed, and there's a surprising amount of behind the scenes work that most players never get to see. Before we dive in, just a quick reminder, these weekly updates show internal development progress, meaning these changes are coming in a future update, not all live yet. The Steam changelog is the only official list of what's actually in the game right now. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into this week's Vane update. Let's start with what dropped recently. Hotfix 9 and Hotfix 10. Hotfix 10 released quickly after Hotfix 9 to correct a nasty UI issue that slipped through. Here's what's been addressed across both patches. Key fixes and improvements. Fix the flag direction on the military jacket. Vehicle keys now spawn correctly in multiplayer. Improved AI spawning performance. Big CPU savings. Junction boxes in bunker houses, Lion Mountain, are now fully wireable. Vehicle painting in multiplayer improved, though still being monitored. Bed spawning system rewritten. You now respawn relative to the bed's position. This allows for camper van bases, sets the groundwork for future train and boat bases. Fixed an issue causing players to wake up floating in the air. Localization fixes based on community feedback. Impact on players. Smoother multiplayer. Fewer weird bed spawn glitches. A more consistent base building experience. Better future proofing for planned features. This section wasn't the flashiest, but these fixes build stability, and stable foundations mean bigger content can come sooner. Asset fixes, tools and achievements. The devs have also been creating new internal tools to clean the game up under the hood, the kind of things that make Vane run smoother without players even noticing. Asset and tooling updates. New tools automatically detect oversized 3D models, overly complex surfaces, problematic materials, many problem assets already fixed for the next hotfix. Better optimization, improved GPU and CPU performance, lifetime stat tracking. The team added new stat trackers for birds killed, items scavenged, additional lifetime statistics. Why this matters? These stats will feed directly into future Steam achievements. Without tracking them now, achievements won't register properly later. UI text refactor. The UI text system is being rebuilt to support text scaling, better legibility, accessibility improvements. This is tedious work, but essential for long-term quality. Gas pumps and power system changes. Next up is a change that will affect gameplay for everyone. Gas and diesel pumps will soon require power and a tank connection. Gas pump update highlights. Pumps must be connected to powered underground tanks. Rewiring is harder, preventing accidental sabotaging. This ties into the future electronics/mechanical rework. Wiring will eventually require tools, skills and resources. This is all part of the devs' push to make systems deeper, more logical and more immersive. And finally, what everyone's been waiting for, controller support. For players using controllers, good news, controller improvements. Disconnecting your controller now pauses the game. On-screen keyboard support for Steam Big Picture mode. Tutorial now shows controller prompts. Added invert horizontal option. Added a radial menu for UI actions. The in-game map now zooms properly with gamepads. Vane is steadily becoming more controller friendly, which is huge for people playing on TV or couch setups. The big one, Unreal Engine. This is the biggest change of the week and arguably one of the biggest upgrades Vane has ever had. Unreal Engine 5.6. Upgrade highlights. Performance improvements up to 180% in some areas. Example, before 52 FPS on Warrenrath Island. After 90 FPS. Better render thread parallelization. CPU and GPU work overlap more efficiently. Less bottlenecking in large, cluttered environments. Asynchronous physics improvements. Could fix players running through trees at high speed. More stable physics loading. Not guaranteed yet, still in testing. This engine upgrade is massive. It's one of those changes that transform the entire game without adding a single new item, just pure performance. Art, sky, weather and foliage. The devs are planning a full redo of cloud rendering, moon phases, rain behavior, like rain falling inside buildings, lighting across multiple times of day, foliage overhaul, new trees and plants, updated textures and models, more atmospheric forest environments. These visual upgrades will push Vane's atmosphere even further. Wood logs and balance systems. Wood logs burn longer. Logs can now burn 30 times longer. 10 logs equals around 1 hour roughly of burn time. Why this matters: more realistic, great for comfort, base ambience or nighttime lighting. Shows the devs listen closely to how players use the system. So they are really active guys, the devs. They do listen to their community. Balance philosophy. The devs remind players that hunger, thirst, temperature and more are all adjustable. Changing one number affects multiple game systems. They are cautious but responsive to feedback. Item balance and dismantling. Item balancing. Item weights updated. Dismantling results corrected. Removed weird logic like screws from plastic bowls. Many new items can now be dismantled. Dismantling level requirements coming soon. Furniture will require skill levels. Complex items will need certain stats to break down. Multiplayer overhaul. Major multiplayer improvements being developed. Rewriting networking systems. Corpses and decals now spatially localized. Reduces network load and overflow crashes. More data added to the auto trace debugging tool. Ongoing exploit fixes. New admin tools for reversing griefing. This is one of the most important parts of Vane's future. Smooth multiplayer. It can be a bit glitchy. Temperature system rewrite. Building temperature overhaul. Current systems too simplified. New system will simulate temperatures more realistically. Will account for insulation, weather, radiators, AC units, building differences. This rewrite should eliminate bizarre temperature spikes in buildings. Vehicle hitching. Coming in update 0.023. Most vehicles can now tow each other. Towing physics are realistic. Hard to tow heavy vehicles with small ones. Available now on experimental branch. And that pretty much wraps up this week's Vane weekly update. A huge week overall. Engine upgrades, performance boosts, balance changes, multiplayer improvements, and tons of groundwork for future systems. As always, if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more Vane content every week, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. See ya.